Hello, hello! I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Shelmet and Accelgor, the Pokemon that, in my opinion, should logically be next to Carablast and Escavalier, and the fact that they're so far apart makes it really weird considering they're essential to each other. I don't exactly think either one of these are too special, but it's worth talking about just for the sake of it. If you wanted to do a paired nicknames where you name one Escavalier or something and then Accelgor another, I think that's a fair thing and not something we really saw in the Escavalier episode, but it's worth trying because, I mean, they are, again, essential to each other. They are partners, so if you wanted to do something like that, whatever you could think of, I'm interested. Tell me what your ideas are. And then right down here, I don't Fire Emblem. My brother will tell me how good of an idea this one is, but there's an idea for you. So this was one of those instances where, admittedly, I didn't actually quite know what Accelgor was supposed to be. And these are all talking about ninja. And then I looked this up and it's like, yeah, it's based off ninjas. I've always interpreted it as like a mummy because I always thought of this as like mummy wrappings. And I mean, I suppose these little two bits here emphasize the ninja thing. I just never saw it like that. So my eyes are open now, and now I can look at Accelgor in a different way. So now these nicknames are starting to make a little bit more sense, which makes the one I have written down make even less sense. But just so we understand each other, that's kind of why I thought mummy, at least. But as far as the nicknames themselves, I mean, I don't necessarily care for Shinobi or Ninjutsu. I'm honestly not even really that crazy or ever have been crazy into the whole ninja thing. Like, to me, I kind of just look at that as weeaboo bait and just leave it at that. Racebug is dumb. Roadrunner, that's an okay name. But I feel like if you're going to use that, you kind of need the bird. Like, that would probably be better for, like, Dodrio or something like that. And even then, that's still not that great of a name. Insectowiz is stupid. Quickster, that just makes me think of SpongeBob. Speedster, not really interested either. I mean, I don't care for any of them, honestly. But at least now I know that Accelgor is meant to be a ninja, I guess. Okay, we've reached the bottom. We really didn't find anything, and I mean, part of it is also a little bit of my perception. Like, the only other thing worth looking at, just to make a joke, is just zoomies, because it's like, that's not a nickname. That's what happens when your cat runs across the house at very high speed. But if you want a summary of basically everything I've seen today, this is pretty much it. There wasn't really any suggestions, period. I remember that the Escavalier episode was also like a huge disappointment with nothing going on. So, oh wait, shit, Ranker. I'll go ahead and acknowledge Shredder just because I know we've seen it in the past before. I always think of Ninja Turtles. I think most people are going to think of Ninja Turtles, and I've seen this most commonly with Golisopod. I only know that because before I made the show, I was going through the Alola decks myself, just trying to think of things, but then I came up with the idea of making a YouTube channel based on it, so when we get to Alola, we'll get to see some repeats. I also did see Racer X on a thing before in Speed Racer and like jokes like that. And I understand it, I just don't think it's particularly interesting at all. Like, if that's your dig, that's fine. But, I don't know, just as a nickname, I don't think it's that strong. Also, in case you didn't know, Speed Racer is actually considered an anime. It's actually Japanese. I didn't know that for the longest time. Okay, now we're officially done. The spreadsheet's empty. There are no comment suggestions. Literally the only thing I had written down was based off of mummies. Because again, I thought it was meant to be more like a mummy tape. And I mean, I guess maybe I could have read the Pokedex entries or something. I just didn't. Like, I guess maybe that's how I'm supposed to clue it in. In the anime, Accelgor is on like a motorcycle. Like, he sits in the sidecar. And some dude is on a motorcycle. And that's at the... I don't remember the name of the city that Clay lives in, but he's in that city. A reminder, I'm not very familiar with Gen 4 and 5 much at all. But that's it. I don't feel like we found anything, not in my opinion. Like, there's going to be some anime stuff that goes over my head, and that's okay. But you know what? That's where you guys come in. You guys can fill in these blanks, type in your own suggestions and ideas, put them in the comments below. That's where the ideas go. And tell us what, tell us why, give thumbs up to those good ones, and yeah, anime.